All right, so we've got Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, the Los Angeles Chargers, going to Foxborough to face Vrabel, Drake May, Josh McDaniels too, because you got to give him a shout out for what he's been able to do this year as well, and the New England Patriots. So just going into this game, you've got the Patriots have to be considered one of the hottest teams in the NFL at this point. They've won 13 of their last 14 games, which is insane. They've scored 24 points in 12 straight games, and Drake May has just been playing like an MVP. It is what it is. It's hard to admit as a guy who went through all the Jane Daniels hoopla last year of Jane Daniels outplaying Caleb last year. Drake May has outplayed Caleb this year. I still take Caleb, but you got to give him respect where he's due. And they're going up against the Chargers, who are a team that you really wouldn't want to play in a position like the Patriots. They feel like a bad matchup in the sense that you've got an elite defense, you've got an elite quarterback, and a team that's playing with nothing to lose, really, for the Los Angeles Chargers. They're going in as the 7th seed here, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. It'll be, and they also have experience too in playing in the playoffs, as they've been in the playoffs these past couple of years. And Jim Harbaugh is an experienced playoff coach. So, Turtle, I want your read on this game first. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that the Patriots are going to be able to handle business against the Chargers, or do you expect a hiccup in Drake May's first game in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think that the Chargers defense specifically is going to pose some issues for this New England offense. I like the Chargers plus 3.5 in this game with the hook. You mentioned the playoff experience for Justin Herbert, and when I'm thinking about these playoff games, I think I'd rather take a quarterback with playoff experience over a quarterback who has yet to play the playoffs. And Drake May, no disrespect to what he's done this year, he's been a top 5 quarterback. He's been fantastic, but I think this is a bad matchup for the Patriots. I think it's well known at this point that the Patriots played arguably the easiest schedule in the league. And I feel like the Chargers are going to be a tough out. They run the football well. I know they're banged up on the offensive line, and I know that the Patriots are getting Milton Williams back, or had him back last week. So that's a big get back for them. But I like the Chargers in this spot. Um, I just, again, I kind of go with the devil that I know versus the devil that I don't, and I think Herbert's been, despite being sacked the third most in the league, I think he's playing some fantastic football right now, and I trust Harbaugh and Herbert. I think a little bit more than I do with Vrabel and Drake May at this point. It's not a significant gap between those four, I guess, but I lean the Chargers here. I don't know if they'll win, but I think 3.5 is a bit too many points. I don't think that the Patriots are that much better of a football team than the Chargers are. So give me the Chargers plus 3.5 in this game.
All right, so we got one believer in the underdog here, the road team. But hey, it's tough to bet on a quarterback in his first playoff game. There's just a different vibe. Christian, what are your thoughts? Do you think that Drake May is going to be able to step up? I know you've had some questions about him this year, so I'm curious, where's your head at with Drake May, and what chances do you give the Chargers or the Patriots in this game? Because I feel like, I don't know. There's part of me that's with Turtle here where I'm leaning Chargers. So let's hear your opinion.
Yeah, it's Drake Maybe for me. Drake Maybe. He's had a great year, but it just seems like a lot of things are opening up. He's able to throw the ball down the middle of the field. He's very accurate. I mean, great. He's had a great year. He's a great teammate too. So nothing I can criticize Drake May at all. I mean, he's been phenomenal. This game, as much as I would want to take the Chargers, I do have to lean New England. I just think a couple of key spots on the defensive end of the ball will kind of make or break this game. I think Marcus Jones has been a top 3 nickelback this year. That secondary, I didn't expect New England to hold up at the safety position. They cut Kyle Duggar and Jabril Peppers. They let them both walk. I think they traded one of them. And for a rookie, Craig Woodson, and then Jalen Hawkins, for them to be playing so well, credit to Vrabel for identifying it. And then they're going to have Robert Spillane back. He seems as close to 100% as you're going to be at this point in the season. Milton Williams is back. So it seems like they're pretty much at full strength at the perfect moment in time. And we know the Chargers always hampered or, hurt by injuries. And if it wasn't New England, I might like Justin Herbert's chances to win a playoff game this year. But I just think New England's just such a well-rounded team at this point. They're healthy. Their O-line is healthy too now. I just think everything's kind of coming together at the right time for New England. And this is kind of a matchup that I don't know if Los Angeles can truly take advantage of. Interesting trade at the middle of the season. They traded Alohi Gilman to Baltimore for Odafe Owe. I would much rather have Alohi in this type of game just because I think they're going to need the coverage guys over the middle. And I just don't know. I don't know if they got guys that can really stick with these receivers on these long routes because it feels like that's what they are. They're go balls, they're crossing routes to the other side of the field, and it's just impossible to guard that without the talent. And I think this is a perfect game for McDaniels and Drake May to take full advantage. So give me the Patriots, and I'll take them with the spread as well.
All right, so we got one for the Chargers, one for the Patriots here. Mike, I know you've got a strong opinion on this game, one way or the other. Do you think that Drake May is able to do it in his first postseason game, or do you trust the Chargers more in this spot?
Well, I mean, the Bolts actually really do, I think, pose a tough out for the Pats. But, I mean, just kind of what we've seen from, like, the dominance on the defensive line from the Patriots. And then, I mean, it's basically just throwing up you throw those two, positions at the board. I just really feel like, indoors or outdoors, I think it favors the Patriots in terms of what they're going to be able to do. They know Justin Herbert's hobbled. They know that this run game is not there right now. They know that they don't have the offensive line to protect Justin Herbert. They know the players on the outside are not there for Justin Herbert. And then when it comes down to the Chargers defense, I think you actually may be able to get enough done in the run game for a mobile quarterback like Drake May to be able to keep you guys in the game. And but then you throw Mike Vrabel, Jim Harbaugh. It's a whole soup. But I'm gonna go with the Pats here, just because I really think they know when you break this team down into what is the absolute weakness. It's a Pats secondary, maybe a lack of a pass rush, versus an offensive line that has not been holding up for Justin Herbert, who was already hobbled. Where's a complimentary game going to come from for the Chargers? I lean Pats. I think you have a more dynamic quarterback in that sense. And I think really when you put it down to it, yeah, Mike Vrabel's an offensive guy or a defensive guy, but he's got everything rolling for the offense. Josh McDaniels is up for a head coaching job this year. Do not be surprised if he gets his name thrown in there. Drake May is playing fantastic. Drake May is playing fantastic. And against what I think outside of Derwin James, it's not a threatening secondary for him. He's been able to hit the tight ends. Hunter Henry's looking great so far this year. He's been able to make the playmakers look like playmakers. They have a decent run game. Ramondre Stevenson has been coming out at the end of the season. I think it's a ball control kind of game. I like the Pats.
All right, here's the thing about the Patriots is that we can talk about them, how successful they've been all they want. They have been some of the biggest bum slayers in the NFL this season. Against teams over 500, they are 1-2. Okay? They have a losing record against teams over 500. So anybody you'd face in the playoffs, that would qualify.
They were
They have a young quarterback.
Year.
What's that?
They were 3-14 going into this year. Yeah.
Well, for sure, but here's the thing. You got a brand new quarterback, new coach coaching with this team for the first time. There's something about the consistency of Harbaugh and Herbert where, hey, if the offensive line falls apart, it'll be what it's going to be. And, that's going to be
and the Pats
insurmountable. Well, yeah, exactly. Then the Pats are going to win. But there's something about having Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh in this game where I just have a confidence and call it a belief. Maybe I'm a bigger believer in Quentin Johnston than you are, Mike. Maybe I'm just a bigger TCU guy in that way. But I do think that he could win, that he has some spots where he could win in this game. I have some faith in Keenan Allen, Lad McConkey, and Gadsden to where I think that they could put something together here for the Los Angeles Chargers. Christian, what are you going to say?
I got absolutely no faith because they're going to be playing in Foxborough. It's going to be freezing as hell. And then you throw guys getting mashed on the offensive line, and then you're trying to go Justin Herbert with a bad finger out there. No.
The offensive line and the hand injury hasn't stopped Herbert from playing well. Go ahead, Christian.
My only question is like if the Patriots won this game, would you still discredit them or not count them as bum slayers? Because I feel like this is kind of a bummy. This is a really bummy version.
A bummy playoff team.
Chargers. This is a bummy version of the Los Angeles Chargers.
It's an injured version of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Right.
Their offensive line is not what it was at the beginning of the year.
Well, certainly not. Yeah.
Like,
absolutely not. I still think that I don't know. I have faith in Justin Herbert. He's been here before. I'll always be able to give more credit to a quarterback who has experience in the playoffs than I will to a guy who hasn't. Of course, Josh McDaniels has had plenty of experience. Well, Jordan Love, there's a version of that's its own thing. Okay, all right. And Jordan Love,
Justin Herbert's a much better player than Jordan Love. Much better player.
Thank you.
Absolutely, that's fair.
The experience debate.
The experience debate. There's such a thing as bad experience as well, which is fair. And Justin Herbert has had his struggles in the playoffs. That's also fair to say. But here's the thing. I think that Justin Herbert I have a lot of faith in him as a quarterback. And, the coach, Jim Harbaugh, he's been there before. He'll be ready to go. He'll have those guys
Drake
ready
May
to go.
Right now.
Justin Herbert or Drake May?
Oh, that's actually a good question. Like, who am I starting a franchise with?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all things being equal, give me Justin Herbert. Right now, at this point.
I think Herbert's got a slight edge. It's more so just the body of work for me. I mean, Drake May has had a great season, but it's one season. If he does it again, then I certainly think it's not going to be Drake May's last good season, but it'll
impress me. It'll impress me if Drake May is able to have a big game here against the Chargers in this game. It will. So I'll give him credit for that. Specifically, Drake May, I will give credit to, but the defense for the Patriots should expect to feast in this game at home, going against the hobbled offense of the Chargers. I still have faith in them. I'm going to go Chargers in this one.
Still going Chargers.
Big upset. I'm going to go upset. Yeah.
I'm going Chargers too, Pat.
Play.
Yeah,
he's battling through illness, but he's going to play.
Who?
Where's the run game coming from?
Milton played last
week.
Oh,
Milton Williams. Yeah.
So no. He's got illness, I guess, going into this week.
Okay.
But
give me the Chargers. Bolt up.
All right.
Any last minute thoughts on this game?
You're a big Kamani Vidal guy. I was too, and I wound up. I lost.
Tuli Pilotu guy. But here we go.